Okay, welcome back. Now let us check the value of C, what we have asked. So Brunda has answered C is 1. Let us see whether C is 1. So let us trace it. So here carry flag will be 1 as you have set it. So 1 or with P2.1. P2.1 is 1. So here C becomes 1. Here 1 or with complement of P2.2. P2.2 here it is. What is P2.2 here? It is 0. Sorry, P2.1 is 1. Complement of P2.2 you have to take. So it is 0. Once again C becomes 1 here. Now 1 and with complement of P2.7. Here P2.7 originally P2.7 is 1. So complement of P2.7 just value that is 0. Sorry, originally P2.7 is 0. Complement of that is complement of that is 1. So once again C becomes 1. So here 1 or with what is P2.6? P2.6 is 0 originally. Complement of P2.6 is 1. So C becomes 1. So 1 and with P2.3. 1 and with P2.3 is 0. So C is equal to 0. C becomes 0. Next 0 or with P2.0 1. So C becomes 1. So this is how you have to trace the program. Hope all of you have understood this. So please ping back. Have you understood the program? Yes, many people have answered C as 1. It's correct. Okay. Okay, fine. So let us take the next instruction. Next instruction is move bit. Move destination bit, comma, source bit. This we have already used. This instruction loads the value of the source operand bit into the destination operand bit. One of the operands must be a carry flag. The other may be any direct addressable bit. Very important. When you are using the move instruction, one operand, either source or destination, should be a move carry flag. Whether we have followed that here, then this instruction will not work. See here. See here. This instruction is wrong then. You cannot use this because what is the condition? One of the operand of move instruction must be carry flag. So you cannot write move OV comma slash P2.1. You cannot write that. So very, very important. Hence overflow flag, that particular instruction will never work. So this is a wrong point. So here this also will be wrong. So overflow of that particular instruction, if it is not there, overflow flag would remain 0 only because you cannot use that instruction. That is why first we have to learn by doing mistakes. That is the principle always. So sixth instruction is move destination bit comma source bit . So this copies source bit value to destination bit. So that particular note you have to write. You should not miss that. What is the note? One of the operand must be carry. One of the operand must be carry. So CY, that is the very, very important thing. So what would be the example? So move accumulator some sixth bit of accumulator. If I write ACC.6, what is the meaning of this? Sixth bit of accumulator register. You can use this. This is a valid instruction. Comma C, because one of the operand must be C. Or move C comma P2.5. This is also legal. Move P2.6 comma C. Move C comma complement of P2.3. These are all valid instructions. So here very important is one of the operand must be carry. One of the operand must be carry. That is a very, very important point to note. So next instruction is a branch instruction. This instruction branches to the address indicated by label if the carry flag is set. Otherwise, program continues to the next instruction. No flags are affected. So you can just clear C. SUBB A comma R0. Jump carry array 1. Otherwise, move accumulator with 20. The carry flag is initially clear. After SUBB instruction, if the value of A is smaller than R0, if the value of A is smaller than R0, the instruction sets the carry flag and causes the program executions to branch to an address array 1. Otherwise, it continues to move instruction. This is an example which we have already seen. So jump carry flag, very important. Next, jump no carry. This instruction branches to the address indicated by the label if the carry flag is not set. Otherwise, it continues to the program with the next instruction. The carry flag is not modified. Very important point, see, written in bold. The carry flag after this execution is not modified. It would simply check whether the carry flag is not set. Here also same example he has taken. The above sequence of instructions will cause jump to be taken if the value of A is greater than or equal to R0. When you are subtracting A from R0, if the value of A is greater than or equal to R0, carry flag will not be set. So it will jump to some address array 2. Otherwise, it continues with the execution of the move instruction. It continues with the execution of the move instruction. So let us take some example. So next 7th instruction is JC. Next. So what we have understood? If carry flag is set, the program execution control branches to address at label next. Otherwise, what is otherwise? If carry flag is equal to 0, it continues with the execution of next instruction. Next instruction in sequence. Next instruction in sequence. Examples we have taken, many examples we have already taken in the addition program, subtraction program, etc. Next instruction is jump no carry. Go. Go is some label. So here, if carry flag is equal to 0, the program control branches to label go. Otherwise, that is, if cy is equal to 1, it continues with the execution of next instruction. With execution of next instruction in sequence. So such explanation very, very important. You should note down in your notes. Okay, this is jump carry and jump no carry. Examples I will not give because we have already taken programs on this. Okay. So next is a very, very important instruction, JB. This instruction jumps to the address indicated if the bit is 1. Otherwise, the program continues to the execution of the next instruction. The bit tested is not modified. No flags are affected. So, example, you see, jump bit. Which bit? 7th bit of accumulator. If it is 1, then it jumps to array 1. Or if P1.2 is 1, it jumps to some address array 2. He has taken the example that if the accumulator value is 01001010 and port 1 is 57H, that is 0101 0111, then the above instruction sequence will cause the program to branch to the instruction at array 2. Why? What is the reason? Here P1.2 is 1. That is why program causes a branch to the address indicated by array 2. So that is jump bit. Next, jump no bit. What is it? Jump no bit. This instruction jumps to the address indicated if the destination bit is a 0. JNB ACC.6 dot array 1 means 6th bit of accumulator. If it is 0, it branches to the address array 1. In this case also, if P1.3 is 0, then it branches to array 2. That is how it works. So the next one more instruction is JBC. JBC is if the source bit is 1, this instruction clears it and branches to the address indicated. Else it proceeds to the next instruction. What is the meaning? That C stands for clear, not for carry. Don't confuse. JBC means this particular C stands for clear. Suppose if the source bit is 1, it clears it and branches to. If the source bit is 1, this instruction clears it and branches to the address indicated. The bit is not cleared if it is already 0. No flags are affected. See, very important is that if the particular bit is already 0, it will not clear. If the bit is 1, then only it clears and branches. So here you see if P1 is 56. In this case, you can just say P1.30. The instruction sequence will cause the program to the branch to the instruction array 2. Because P1.2 is 1.2 is 1. P1.2 is 1. What does it do? It clears it. It modifies. Then it branches to array 2. That is JBC. So earlier P1.2 was 56. After execution of JBC P1.2, your port 1 becomes 52. It clears P1.2. So that is JBC. So this completes bit manipulation instructions. Now let us see some examples based on this. We have just gone through. Once again, using our digital pad, we will explain those JBC and other instructions. So next instruction here is JB. Bit some label. So this is some label. So what is the example? So move accumulator, comma 37H. Now I'll check, you see, JB ACC 0.1. Next. That means this checks first bit, because always we start from 0th bit, first bit, like that. So first bit of accumulator. First means always bit numbering starts from 0. That you have to remember always. So 37 is 0011 0 0 111. So this is bit 0. This is bit 1. This is bit 2. This is bit 3. This is bit 4. Bit 5. Bit 6. Bit 7. So it is checking first bit. That is, it is checking this bit. This is checking this bit. So what happens? So as bit 1 of accumulator is 1, the program control branches to address indicated by next in this case. So suppose here the next instruction is something, some add A with #2, some add like this. Suppose you move a different data. In this case, the data, let it be 35H. 35H. So that's the second case. So 35 is 0011 0101. In this case, bit 1 is 0. So what happens in the second case? In the case 2, where accumulator is taken as 35, bit 1 is 0. Bit 1 is 0. Hence, it executes the next instruction. It executes the next instruction. What is the next instruction? Add A comma #2 and A becomes, or accumulator becomes 37H. Very important to understand these concepts. It is checking the value of bit 1. Earlier bit 1 was 37, that is why it has branched to address next. So in the case 2, I had taken accumulator as 35, where bit 1 is equal to 0. As bit 1 is equal to 0, it will not branch. What does it do? It executes the next instruction, add A comma #2, and accumulator becomes 37H. So this is the concept. So please chat back. Have you understood this concept? Have you understood? Very important. So next example, next instruction number 10 is JNB. JNB bit some label. Some label. So what is the example? Let us take some example. JNB P2.1 next. Suppose you have mode P2 with some value 65H. 65H. So what would be 65? 0110 0101. So you at the top you can write the port bits. So this is P2.0. So this is P2.1, P2.2, like this. So in this case, you can just see I am verifying this bit P2.1. So as P2.1 is 0, program control branches to next. Branches to the label next. So that is JNB. It is checking some bits, maybe accumulators bit, or it may be some port lines. So this is used to check that. Okay. Next instruction is 11th instruction, JBC, bit label. So here very important point to note is this C indicates clear up. It is, don't confuse it, it is carry flag. It is clear. So that is important. It is clear. So that means what? What does it do? Suppose if you take an example, JBC accumulator 0.7. Next, suppose if I write move a comma 30. So in the memory location 30, some value is there. Well, what may be the value? 82. 82 is the value. So what does it do? It checks 7th bit of accumulator. 7th bit of accumulator. It checks 7th bit of accumulator. If it is 1, it checks 7th bit of accumulator. If it is 1, then it clears it. Very important. Then it clears it. And program control branches to the label next. Program control branches to the label next. It checks 7th bit of accumulator. If it is 1, then only it clears it, and program control branches to the label next. For example, so very interesting example is, suppose this value is 62H. So if accumulator is equal to 0110 0010, see here 7th bit of accumulator is already 0. In this case, as already ACC 0.7 is 0, it will not clear it. It's very important. It will not clear it. But branches to next. Because it is already clear. Once again, it will not clear it, but it branches to next. So that is the concept of JBC. What is the application of this instruction? What may be the application of this instruction? For example, microcontroller port line is connected to some sensor. So you just let us finally discuss the application of this. Excellent application we can design. So this is an 8051. For example, this some port P2.2, it is connected to some temperature sensor. And just assume that if the temperature exceeds 40 degrees centigrade, the application may be then switch on the fan. You have to write a program for this now. This may be the application. So you can just see maybe fan is connected to some P2.7. So this P2.7 is connected to the fan switch. This is connected to fan. Now, can you write a program for this using JBC? Excellent concept. So now let us write a program for this. Just a few lines of the instruction at least. You may not write a complete program. Can we write it? Let us see. Simple it is. So what does it do? Initially something may be there here. I will say JBC P2.2 next. I will say. So continuously P2.2 will be sensed whenever temperature exceeds the 40 degree, temperature sensor puts a binary value 1 on P2.1. So P2.1 will be 1. That what does it do? It branches to next. Here something is there. Here some next is there. Here some next is there. It should switch on P2.7. So then what may I say? You can just say set bit P2.7. When you say set bit P2.7, P2.7 will be 1 and fan will be on. At the same time, very interesting here is after sensing P2.2 as 1, when temperature value is greater than 40 degree, it clears that line. Very important, because it is ready for the next instant. Temperature sensor is continuously sensing the temperature. At some time, there may be a spike of 40 degree temperature. That time P2.2 will be 1. When P2.2 will be 1, fan should be on. Before it proceeds to next, what does it do? It clears P2.2 and your temperature sense, it is ready for sensing the next value of the temperature. If the next value of the temperature is below 40 degree, it will not branch to next. It will be there only. It is executing the next instruction, for example. So when it is greater than 40 degree, only it branches to next. There you are switching on the fan. So it clears P2.2 so that it is ready to sense the next value. So that it is ready to sense the next value. So that is the advantage of this instruction. After sensing P2.2 as 1, it will clear it and proceeds for next. Otherwise, suppose if P2.2 is 0, it will execute the next instruction. It will execute the next instruction. That is very, very important thing to note. So here, once again, you can just see that JBC. So all of you, please answer your attendance quickly. Quickly answer your attendance. In the 2 minutes I have, by typing present. Quickly answer your attendance, all of you. So here, if the source bit is 1, the instruction clears it and branches the address, else it proceeds with the next instruction. So here we might have done some mistake here. In this case, when accumulator value is 0, it will not clear it. It will not branch to next. It proceeds with next instruction. That is a mistake. It proceeds to next instruction. Very important is that. Note that point. When the particular bit is not 1, when the particular bit is not 1, when the particular bit is not 1, it will not proceed to next. It will execute the next instruction. So let us stop. We will continue it in the next class.